So 5 stocks in 5 days in under 5 minutes. In this new mini-series, we're going to be covering a different dividend stock every single day for 5 days and try to get the full thesis done in under 5 minutes. Every stock I talk about in this series, I'm either already invested in or looking to invest in very, very soon. But please remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just a dude with a beard talking very fast to make sure we get done in under 5 minutes. Likes are always appreciated. If you want to sign up with eTORO, check out the pinned comment. Without further ado, let's start the timer. Let's go. First stock we are talking about is BP, British Petroleum. Listed on the UK Stock Exchange, but you can find it elsewhere, this mega oil giant has a bright green future. It also offers a solid dividend, and I'll talk about that in just a second, but their main focus going forward is renewable energy. Their CEO, Bernard Looney, Looney by name, not loony by nature, has a bright future of making BP one of the largest, if not the largest, renewable energy company in the world by 2030. Now that's a big feat, I know, but BP does have the right facilities to make it happen. Imagine being the biggest renewable energy company on the planet with a history similar to a phoenix rising up from the ashes of oil and dinosaur bones, then becoming the biggest renewable energy company on the planet. Can BP do it, and is it a good investment right now? Well, let's have a little look into the fundamentals. BP is currently a £63 billion market cap, which is definitely not a small company. It might sound small if you're comparing it to Apple and Amazon, but in terms of oils, this is actually a really big size company. Now, if we simply just go back to the pre-Miley Cyrus levels, and again, that's not saying it will because past performance is not an indication of future results, but if we did get back to the pre-normality reasons and people start getting in their cars, using oil again, then there is a potential 40% upside there. But again, that is just saying that this company was fair valued before the whole Miley Cyrus happened. On tip ranks, the consensus with the analysts is there is a slight upside in the next 12 months of around about 13%, and that is from leading analysts around the world. I'm a little bit more bullish on that in 12 months, but hey, who's to argue with analysts? They seem to be always right. Look at AMC. Financial health speaking, they are solid and sound. Short-term assets come in at 78 billion with 68 billion in liabilities, and their long-term assets come in at 191 billion with a liabilities of 118. So this company is in great financial health, and even in the current circumstances where oil is not so popular, it seems to be doing quite well. Their debt to equity ratio is also 73, which is quite decent too, and I've seen companies with much higher with interest rates being where they are. So in my opinion, it's safe and sound as far as financial health goes at the recording of this video. Now, the reason you're probably all here is the 5% dividend. BP is a great payer of dividends, as are most oil majors, but they did recently slash their dividend. But still rolling in at around about 5%, that's quite decent, and if it did go back up in the future, then we can expect some even bigger gains in terms of dividends from British Petroleum. If we look at the insider buying and selling, there has been some insider buying, but the good news is there's been no insider selling, so that is a very good point, and it's one of the key factors I look for when making any investment is the CEO selling shares. No, he's not. Let's move on. Now, moving on to the business itself, obviously everyone's been locked inside and people are eager to get out. That means people are going to start needing oil more, and oil prices should slowly increase. Of course, we've got Saudi Arabia saying they're going to dig more oil up and blah, 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 blah. But people using oil in generic terms should help increase the oil price, thus increasing BP share price. But that's not the main reason why I like this company long term. It's the 2030 renewable energy goals Bernard Looney and BP have set. By 2030, BP aims to develop 50 gigawatts of low carbon energy, and it's not done there. They also aim to have a 10% global market share on hydrogen power. Imagine owning 10% of something. That's just crazy. They also want to have 20% market share on biojet worldwide by 2030. Now, it's all well good setting targets for 2030, but what are they doing now? Well, they currently operate in the US 9 onshore wind farms. They also have wind offshore farms in the pipeline. They have a 50-50 share with Lightsource solar farms in the US as well and worldwide. They're operating many wind farms around the world, and they are developing heavy into new renewable energy and tech. Now, BP is a UK company, and the UK also has a 2030 renewable target coming in, but obviously we've had a little bit of a distraction over the last 2 years, and when the UK gets back on track and it starts developing into Teesside and other locations with its low carbon emissions, I think BP is going to pick up a lot of contracts, not just from the UK, but also from the EU and especially the US. If you think about it, it's a bit of a golden star alignment where everybody's moving to renewable energies, and BP's at the forefront of this. So on paper, BP looks great. You get a dividend, the dividend could increase, oil should increase as demand comes up, and it's got a bright future in green energy. Long story short, am I in or am I